Welcome to the Chapter 1 podcast, your inside look at the people powering Charlotte's business scene. Real entrepreneurs, real stories right here in the Queen City. We're here today with Matt Swanson of MS Digital Solutions. And Matt, we're excited to have you on the show. Let's start at Chapter 1. How did you find your way here to Charlotte?
Well, I had a 17-year run in the newspaper industry. And once upon a time, the company that I was part of was a part of a merger that set the new headquarters for the company, the parent company of all the newspapers in Davidson. So
Really?
that brought me down here as the chief technology officer.
How long ago was that?
Boy,
Now we got to get to the hard one.
15-ish years ago.
Okay, all right. So working in newspaper, and that's not what you do now. That's not
Not
MS
at all.
Solution is not a newspaper company. If people are watching or wondering.
Yeah.
So tell me about the professional story of how you went from there to doing what you're doing now.
Well, my role there was I was essentially helping newspapers tell their story online.
Okay.
And I have basically dragged about 100 newspapers kicking and screaming to the internet over the span of my years. And when I was done with that chapter of my career, trying to figure out what's next, and was like, hey, how do I help businesses do that same thing? So I launched MS Digital Solutions, which is a digital marketing agency that focuses on website development and support.
Awesome. And how long ago was it that you started that?
That'll be 11 years on Friday.
11 years. Congrats, man. That's awesome. So tell me about those early days. So making that transition to working for a company to doing your own thing is that's the one that's the plunge that everybody's always standing on the edge for quite a while. So tell me about those early stages. What was that like for you?
Oh, besides scary as all get up, it was an adventure. The business has evolved a number of times over the years. Our purpose is more or less the same, take on the heavy lifting of managing websites, but we've taken on much more of a focus on the support side of things and helping them do things with their existing website.
Mm-hmm.
And we build new ones as necessary for people. But we've really been trying to grow the support side to the point now we're probably, about 70 clients that we carry.
That's awesome. Yeah. So one of the early stage problems, I guess it never stops being a problem you have to overcome, is marketing. Is how do you get clients and how do you keep those clients? So in those early phases, what is it that you did for marketing to kind of just get your feet off the ground?
A lot of shoe leather. Actually, I knocked on a lot of doors and a lot of networking. I wasn't selling. I was just going in, introducing myself. If I go back to my early stages in the newspaper industry, one of the first things that my ad director kind of beat into all of his sales reps, because that's what I was doing at that time, was the one answer he never wanted to hear from one of the businesses in town was, oh, if only I had known. And so I took that philosophy and kind of went out into the greater Lake Norman area and just introduced myself. Hey, we're here to be able to help with this. If you ever have a need in any of these areas, let's talk. Back out the door, go to the neighbor, work my way through as many businesses as I could. Between that and a lot of networking and just getting out to the networking groups that are around the area. And before COVID, there were a ton. Now there's like 3 tons in the Lake Norman area. But just meeting people, and I've never been great with social media and doing all of those things. I do so much more for my clients in both email marketing and social media marketing than I do for my own business. I want to kick myself sometimes. But at the same time, they say, what do they say about the cobbler's kids' shoes? They're never that great. So,
That's right.
It's always been take care of the clients first. My stuff will come when I have the opportunity.
Has marketing, for the most part, stayed the same, or has it kind of evolved over these 11 years that you've owned your company?
So the core requirements and the core way that people and businesses make decisions hasn't changed. So the essence of our message and just the concept of reach hasn't changed, but the ways that we can reach out and kind of engage with people, that continues to evolve. It's much easier to create a message but at the same time, our audience is bombarded by that many more messages. So figuring out what it is that helps you stand out and make an impression in that marketplace, that's gotten harder.
Yeah. Well, what are some ways that you have had to kind of distinguish yourself? Because I'm sure there are plenty other people. Well, I know for a fact there are plenty other people making websites, and doing similar things. What are some of the areas that you would think that you would say that you are unique in this field?
We have a very strong focus on the role that a business or a website should play in the business that it's serving. And it's actually one of the first questions when I sit down with a new client. It's one of the first questions we ask, more or less. Hey, we're going to take this website. We're going to put it on the payroll. Congrats, you got a new employee. You're going to be buying some business cards. What's the title on that card? So now I'm trying to get the client to think about the website that they have as an employee. With any employee, it's going to have a role. It's going to have something it's going to do. It's going to have goals. And so once we start figuring that, we can kind of work out from everything else that we do with that as our focus. That cleans up our processes so much more easily and helps us focus on what's important to the business. So I think that focus on the role as opposed to making the pretty thing or, there's a lot of agencies that are kind of brand development. That they want to build the pretty thing. There's a place for the pretty thing. But if the pretty thing isn't doing the functional work and isn't performing in its role, it doesn't matter how pretty it is.
Right. Well, so what do you think are some of the biggest things that you guys are accomplishing for your clients?
Well, part of it is that initial conversion of their mindset about the website.
Sure.
It has to go from being that static postcard on the internet to a more living, breathing thing. And then helping them build better content, helping them tell their story better, written, visually, in whatever ways we can, to help engage their audience. And then to develop a process on the website that is much more customized to their audience's decision-making needs. We try not to be very cookie cutter with what we build out. If we figure out that, hey, this company needs, the needs for these clients take them through these steps, then let's make sure that we are answering these questions and we are putting the information out there that prepares them to make a decision once they get at the end of the line.
Right.
And we talk about funnels a lot.
Yeah, it's a word gets thrown a lot around in marketing. Yeah,
and at the end of the day, everything is a funnel. It's taking a bunch of things get loaded into the top and work their way out to the bottom, and kind of making sure that the right kind of filters to get the right clients in, but also help the wrong clients work their way out of the process is important. So building those funnels and building the information and just telling that story so our clients have the best chance of converting without taking themselves out of the equation as well. That's always important and often overlooked.
Well, what about the whole process is what you love most about it? Like what's the thing that you love most about entrepreneurship, but also what you do?
If I could just spend my day having conversations with my clients about strategy and, helping them figure out the role, helping them figure out, okay, I want my customer experience to be this. If that could be my life and I could just farm out all the rest of the work, that would make me happy.
Yeah.
That's sort of where I'm trying to work myself and my team towards.
What are some of those big successes that you've had? I mean, do you have any stories of clients where that mindset shift and that kind of repositioning the website or the things that you've done have really kind of scored big for them?
So I've got a client that's in the SaaS space.
Okay.
With a very specific industry niche and helping them really kind of figure out how to present all the different tools that they bring, because they're a giant toolbox for this industry.
Yeah.
And so helping them figure out how to position all of those tools and say, okay, these are the first tier of tools. These are the ones that are the leaders. Somebody's coming to this site, they're looking for these first.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, here are the shiny objects that we try to, get people to say, oh, they also have this. That's helpful. Just start bringing people through all of that. So by the time they've gone through the list, okay, this can do all of the things I want and more. This is the right tool for my company.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think working in that area that particular project has been one of my favorites so far.
Well, if you could talk to somebody who maybe is on the edge of that, the edge of jumping into entrepreneurship, which we mentioned is a scary first step to take. What are some pieces of advice that you've learned over these years that you would give that person?
First and foremost, surround yourself with people that are smarter than you. Don't be afraid to hire smart people. They're going to bring information to you. They're going to challenge you and how you're doing things. And that's a good thing. As long as everybody can get along and not take things personally as the poking and prodding happens to work out all of your processes. But yeah, surround yourself with good people. And then once you know what it is you do and who you're trying to reach, just focus on that. Communicate that in all the different ways that you can. You'll start reaching people. But don't sweat the. It's a lot of numbers. It's a lot of a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of worry. But if you concentrate on the important things about figuring out who your audience is and what it is you do and what pain points you solve for them, the rest of it will take care of itself. Just have faith and give it time.
Mm-hmm. So I'm curious specifically with your field, just because I know that this is there's been a lot of advancements specifically in this area as it pertains to like AI and just new things. How have you seen that affect what you're doing? And are those things that you're leveraging? Like, what does the AI world look like for you currently?
So I get asked weekly.
I imagine.
What's AI going to do to your industry? Are you going to still be a business from 5, 10, 20 years?
all the time in mind too, brother. I know.
And I kind of go back to that question about the role that a business or the website plays in a business. I know the amount of work that I have to go through to help draw that out of the customer.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to get that in a conversation with AI. So the planning, the consultative side of things isn't going away anytime soon because businesses can't sort out their own thoughts on what they want to do. And for the most part, they don't know what they can do.
Mm-hmm.
They know what they've heard at a trade show that other people have done. And so AI is going to be good about kind of spitting out, here's a handful of here's what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
But that's not going to help you stand out.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to make you unique. So with that being said, AI is a tool.
Sure.
It's a great tool. It has a lot of different functional parts, and I'm using it as a tool in a lot of different ways. We use it very heavily with SEO audits to automate the process of getting the information out of the site, off the different analytic platforms, and turning it into a report that can give us meaningful, here's where you are, here are the steps to get to where you want to be, and here's the content that's going to do it.
Mm.
We can do that so much faster now. The analytics and analysis side of it takes a couple hours, but it used to take a couple days just to pull all the different reports from all the different places together. So that those processes have gotten so much better. I'm in the process of setting up a system. We hear about vibe coding, which is non-coders going in and building code to do something. I'm trying to create a platform for vibe blogging.
Oh, very cool.
Which is where my clients who are not blog writers can go in, reference a profile about their business, talk about a topic, have AI kind of generate some thoughts, pull some photos from a couple different sources, go through a couple revision cycles, and automatically publish to their site on the date and time that they want that to work. So that's the kind of tool I'm putting together for my clients to help them do more. People have asked, hey, isn't that just something you could be doing for them? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But nobody knows their business like they do.
Yeah.
And so they could be turning around and getting more content out there by being even lightly engaged in the process, as opposed to sending lots of stuff our way to do the same thing for them.
Right.
Because they're going to copy and paste a bunch of information about things they've got going on and whatnot into an email and send it over to me. Or they could do that same copy and paste into this tool, and that'll do the work. And we both have more time to do other things in our business now.
Well, Matt, if somebody wanted to get in contact with you, if they've been listening to what you're talking about and saying, hey, I'd love to chat with them about some other things, how could they do that? Where could they reach you?
msdigitalsolutions.com. That is our website. And there's a support widget. There's a chat widget there you can hop on, or you can use the contact form there. And all my contact information's out there too. So I'm not hiding on the internet. Give me a call if you need me.
Awesome. Well, Matt, thank you so much for being on. This is Matt Swanson with MS Digital Solutions. And like always, we are the Chapter One Podcast.